What's up, everyone? Mark coming at you with my top 5 tips for 30-day challenges. There's a lot of somewhat toxic energy in the self-help communities. You know, you're currently a failure, but if you just work harder, rise to the top, make the most money, find success, never relent, don't oversleep, get to it, don't be lazy, you can do this, whatever. I find that to be really unhealthy and unhelpful more often than not. A lot more can be accomplished just by letting things unfold as they will. So my top 5 tips really push back against that work hard mentality. Tip number 1, choose something that you find intrinsically meaningful. Pick something you've been wanting to do, something that sounds fun, something that you might really enjoy, something that you might create experiences or memories doing, not just something that is going to be a lot of suffering, but then you can brag that you did it. Forget that. Tip number 2 would be, don't view it as a challenge at all. That just sets you up for failure. Think of it as a 30-day exploration or curiosity or experiment. But yeah, it's a 30-day new experience to have, and whatever happens, happens. So go into it with that curiosity mindset and not the, oh, I can beat this or else I suck kind of mentality. Third tip would be, go small. There's no point in doing some really difficult challenge, suffering all the way through, and then because it was so hard, it wasn't sustainable. And because it wasn't sustainable, what did you really do? So 30-day challenges are nice because they get the ball rolling, but ideally, when we devote time to something that we've wanted to devote time to, then we stick with it. And after 30 days, we just keep on going. So don't pick something that's so burdensome for 30 days that day 31, you're just relieved to let go of it. That seems like a waste of time to me. Fourth step would be, keep it a little bit vague. I know people say, SMART goals, you've got to be specific and concrete if you're really going to achieve them. But I say the opposite. I say keep it really open-ended. Maybe you've been wanting to draw more. Then do 30 days of drawing as opposed to, I'm going to use this technique for this number of minutes every single day, maybe this time of day, and then things come up and you can't get to it. But I'm going to draw every day is open-ended enough that you can forgive yourself when, on certain days, maybe you didn't make as much time or get as into it, but maybe you make up for that on other days. And if not, so what? Remember, ultimately, this is your challenge. This is your experience. So give yourself some freedom and flexibility within it to just see how things go along the way. And then my 5th point would be forgiving. You might mess up. You might miss a day. That's okay. You didn't fail. There's nothing wrong with you. This was your idea. This is something that you chose to do. There's no shoulds. There's no have-tos. There's no musts. And so if it didn't go quite as planned and you missed a day, don't beat yourself up. Go ahead and, pick it back up the next day. On the other hand, if you've picked a challenge that just really isn't sustainable and really isn't working, by all means, don't feel like you need to stick with it for 30 days. It's okay to say, that didn't work, scrap it, go back to the drawing board and try something else. So those are my top 5 tips for 30-day challenges. I hope you find them helpful. My second tip is to... Forgot already. Let's find some happiness right here in the now and let our challenge help us on that. Why is this so hard?